Manchester United travel to Moldova to face Sheriff for the first away fixture of the Europa League. All the lineups, all the strategies, all the tactics, right after this intro. Hit it. Welcome back, guys. This is Humble Discussions, and we are taking a look at what United are supposed to do with the next game. So, two Europa League games back to back, right? We didn't have a Premier League game against, I think, Crystal Palace that got cancelled, and we are definitely not going to play our derby against Leeds. That's also definitely cancelled. So, all those. One of my friend was there. I think he was at the Trafford, and he was supposed to watch Man United versus Leeds. So, traveling from India to United Kingdom to watch a game. Of course, not just to watch a game. He had maybe other work, but to have an opportunity and then miss it, it kind of feels sad. But I hope he'll make it up sometime in the future, and he'll get more chances. But we are going to dive straight into the lineups and the strategies and the news that we have surrounding United's first away trip to. I think this is the first time United is traveling to Moldova in their history, right? I'm not sure, but I don't think they have done that. At least in the Premier League era, they have never done that. So we are playing Sheriff, right? With Sheriff, what we can expect? They won against Real Madrid last season, right? 2-1. 2-1 at the Bernabeu. So I mean, as much as I want to say that we are going to win this, the recent performance against Sociedad did not justify it. As much as I want to say that we can just stomp them, somewhere, somehow, I remain doubtful. And that has been the story with Man United for the longest right now. We can never be sure of if we're going, to win, and outright we are going to win. So we don't know that. And that's edge of the seat kind of a thriller for every United fan. And I think that's what keeps our adrenaline pumping. That's what keeps us as fans, that's what keeps us sane and insane at the same time, because these are the games that you want to win, but the element of surprise that United can spring on you anytime is kind of insane. It'll just blow your mind. We'll go there and get thrashed, maybe 2-0, 3-0 might happen. You never know that, because I think the coach is still finding a balance between the squads. We have two proper lineups that we can line up at any point of time, but of course with the injuries we do not have that much choices. But you get what I say, right? We have players for every position who can swap for each other. But currently the news is Rashford, Donny van de Beek, Van Bissaka and Dubravka, right? They are not traveling with the team, so De Gea is certainly has to be in goal. I don't see where Harry Maguire can line up, because we don't have another game for another 2 weeks. So I think we are going to field our strongest defense with Varane and Martinez, the duo that were doing good in the Premier League. Martinez became fierce when he came off the bench against Sociedad, though the handball was very unfortunate, but he was doing really well for the team. So I don't see a place where Harry Maguire fits in right now. If he's I don't know if he's going to start, because Varane is traveling with the team. He might as well start, because again, we don't have games coming up next week, so we don't need a rotation strategy for the next 2 weeks at least. So we are going to field our best lineup, right? So without just going anywhere else, let's just dive into the team and see what we can expect with the lineup. And I think this is the lineup that we should see. Again, I have been proven in all the games I've been proven wrong. If you can watch any video, all the videos that I have been proven wrong, they're all of them, right? Every video I have been proven wrong. But here, what I feel is, except for Maguire somewhere here, I don't see a place where anyone else should start or would start. McTominay, I don't think he needs game time as much as Casemiro does, because these are the games where I know it's a must-win game. Sociedad, we lost, so this is another must-win game that we have. We are always throwing us into must-win situations. As much as we want to experiment with our team, we kind of end up not, right? So Casemiro, maybe he starts here. Eriksen here. I mean, plays as a in between Bruno and Casemiro. That is what he's been doing. He's not completely a CDM. He's not completely a CM. So he's playing somewhere in between for us. Bruno can be. He also came off the bench. And personally, what Bruno is doing in the recent games, though he's the captain, I would want to. Without Maguire, he's the captain, right? I want to say he needs to up his game, dude. Like he just runs around and hopes for the occasional long ball and just hopes the ball is going to land instead of showing quality. He just believes in quantity, and I don't think that's the right way to approach any United game. If you're a United player with the expectations that you have on your head, I don't think that really suits the United DNA. Again, I hope he gets his game correct. Malacia, Dalot. I think Dalot is going to play. He's going to play 100%. Malacia is going to play. We cannot see a Luke Shaw coming in here 100%. Martinez, Varane, sure. Ronaldo should start. We don't have a center forward because Rashford is not playing. There is an injury concern around him. Ten Hag said there is a muscle injury around Rashford, so better not. He's not traveling with the team, so he's definitely not going to play. Anthony, right wing, because of course he needs game time. Sancho, of course. I mean, you go with Elanga or Sancho. I'll choose Sancho day in and day out, right? And if we need a substitution, maybe Garnacho can come in whatever place the coach wants him to. Maybe Sancho or Ronaldo or wherever. If Elanga wants to come in, he can swap with either Anthony or Sancho. So that is the team right now. That is what I feel. I might be wrong somewhere where Maguire can start. The coach can surprise us, or maybe somewhere where McTominay can fit in here. So except for those two changes, I do not see any other changes happening to the squad. And that is my in-depth lineup analysis. And I hope that is what is going to happen. Except for a couple of changes here and there, I do not see a major change happening in the lineup or in the formation here. And Ronaldo is definitely going to start, and I think this is the right game for him to get a couple of goals and bring his form back to normal, because he's been training with the team. He's been training real well. He's been all over social media because he's been sharing a light-hearted session with the coach, and the clip of Ronaldo and the coach getting along well. This speaks positivity in the camp, right? Like there is no bad blood or kind of there is healthy camaraderie between the players. The players are training hard. We can see the amount of work they're putting in. They're getting extra training sessions because we did not have a game, and because we did not have a game last week, we got a couple of days of extra training sessions. We are training hard. We also got the news that Ten Hag got one full training sessions where players train with their weaker foot. That is something that you don't see coaches do often, because I think the weaker foot needs to be trained. I feel that's a thing. And giving one full training session just because of that one attribute is great. I mean, why not? If you have the chance and if you have the time, then go ahead and improve the players as much as you want. And I feel Sancho needs to up his game as well. Like he just kind of there. If he's not scoring the one odd goal, he's just there. He's not doing a lot with the ball. He needs to get the game up. He needs to get his tempo up. He needs to get more involved in the game. And I think Ten Hag's one of Ten Hag's biggest challenges is to get Sancho up and running. Ronaldo has been doing really well in training. That is what the coach had to tell us in the pre-match conference. He's been putting a lot of work. Rashford is definitely not traveling with the team, so that's another injury concern. We might have him back in the next fortnight after the international break. He might travel with the English squad if that is a possibility, because Ten Hag might approve it. He might or might not, depends on the injury concern. Again, in an ideal situation, I think coach would not allow, because there will be kind of injury concern, and he would want his best players to be back against the game against Man City. And if there is another injury on the cards while playing for England, then I think United are doomed. We do not have a lot of options except for Ronaldo. So there needs to be a balance amongst the injury problems and the depth in squad that we have. Currently, we do have the depth if you look at all over, but the quality is not there in that depth. That is what I feel. And I hope United go ahead and win this game. As much as I always say this, this is one game where I feel we can win this. and Moldova is excited to have Ronaldo and Man United, visiting their place. Sheriff is one of the easier opponents we can get. We can go ahead and bang in few goals. Ronaldo can score a few goals. A couple of players who need confidence can come in and bag a few goals, maybe from some assists. Maybe Sancho, maybe Anthony can get a goal. We can go and storm them, right? They do not want a lot of possession. That is what I have seen in their stats that I saw. I did not see their games, of course. Who would watch that, right? But I saw that they did not have a lot of possession, but they won the game 3-0. So they do not want a lot of ball where we can come in and get a lot of ball and we can win. But again, there is a contradiction here. We are not a team that plays a lot with the ball. We don't do that, right? We show glimpses of top tier ball keeping football, but we don't do anything with that. The final ball is anyway lacking. What we do is we wait for chances and make runs. That is what we have done for the longest, and that is what we are doing this season as well. So if that is a thing where we want to keep the ball and build and make a kind of a build-up play, maybe we can take this game as a stepping stone to learn what we can do in the future, and somehow show the fans that what we are all about. I'm sure there is a lot of possession football in us with the players that we have, with the coach that we have. I hope that Ten Hag comes out and shows us, and I hope the player come ahead and show us what they are made up of, and we get a smashing victory with this game. And I hope what I say is actually happening, because we are definitely looking for a win, and we're definitely looking for lots of goals from United. Again, this is me signing out from this video. All the news that I could give, I had put it in this 12-13 minutes. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you like this video, if you like my content, please remember to subscribe, comment for better reach, and I will see you in the next one.